Can you imagine a time when your consciousness was not as it is today? A time when it was in its most primal form, curled up like an Ouroboros, the ancient symbol of a serpent devouring its own tail, representing the cyclic nature of life, death, and rebirth? This is where our journey through the evolution of consciousness begins. In the beginning, there was unity, a state of wholeness known as the pleroma. The ego, as we know it today, did not exist in this state. Rather, it was a seed within the unconscious, a mere hint of what was yet to come. This state of primitive completeness can only be symbolically explained as it precedes the existence of the ego. Trying to grasp it with our conscious ego only transforms it into a longing. The first step in the evolution of consciousness is encapsulated by the myth of creation. In this myth, the psychic content appears cosmogonically, that is, in the form of a creation myth. Here, the world and the unconscious are the rulers, shaping the beginnings of existence. The birth, suffering, and liberation of the ego and the human being form the stages of this creation myth. As the world parents separate, the bud of ego consciousness begins to sprout. Even during the creation myth, consciousness enters the hero myth, two parts that cannot be understood without a deep familiarity with archetypal theories. The dawn of consciousness can describe both the beginning of human history and the start of a child's life. Its self-representation in humanity can be seen from its symbolic meaning in rituals and myths. The early dawns of childhood, like humanity, are represented by images rising from the depths of the subconscious, revealing themselves to the individual and the now grasping ego. The dawn of consciousness presents itself to humans in the mythological and cosmic form of the world creation myth. Mythological descriptions of the beginning must start with the creation of the world. As in the beginning, the psyche and the world are still one. There is not yet a developed ego consciousness to attribute things and refer to them as I, to reflect. In this early stage, the psyche considers itself as the world and experiences its development as the world's development. Its first and ideal images are of paradise, and its content is the gods that build the world. And so, we've traveled from the existence of the ego in the unconscious, symbolized by the Ouroboros, through its birth and development in the myth of creation, to its expansion in the myth of the hero. We've seen how the dawn of consciousness, both in humanity and in individuals' life, emerges from the depths of the subconscious and how it presents itself in the form of world creation myths. This fascinating journey through the evolution of consciousness is a testament to the complexity and depth of our psyche, reminding us of the intricate dance between the conscious and the unconscious.